Hello and welcome to another edition of Serving Harrison, and today we're at Farmers Field on a new swing set that was installed, and I have Trustee Julene Baldwin here to answer a few questions on this series about the trustees. So starting out, Julene, can you introduce yourself and tell us how long you've served on the village board?
I will. My name is Julene Baldwin, and I've been on the Village of Harrison board since April of 2021, so this is my beginning of my 6th year.
Cool. So what motivated you to run for village board and serve the Harrison community?
After I retired, I'd been in the business world for about 40 years, and I was used to making decisions and being in a leadership position. And I happened to attend a couple board meetings, and I thought local government is something I've never experienced before, so I thought it would be a good idea to get involved and be responsible, or at least have some responsibility for decision making in terms of, the place that I lived, and see what I could do to give back to the community and add value to where I lived.
What parts of the board service do you find most meaningful?
There are probably two things that I really like, and the first one I just alluded to in my other answer, and that would be having decision making and impact in the future of what happens in this community. And I think some of the most rewarding things are first of all, I'm 1 vote out of 7, and I have that much influence on the board. But if I drive by a park like this and I know that it's under development, or I see roads that are being paved or improvements that are being made in the village, and I know that I used my ounce of influence and my 1 vote to make that happen, it's very gratifying and rewarding to know that I had a small role in those kinds of improvements for the community and where I live.
Great. So what does transparent and accountable local government mean to you?
To me, that means no secrets, and that all village business is conducted in a village boardroom, subject to public scrutiny or public presence. It means always operating with integrity and honesty, making sure that the people that we represent have trust in us because of the fact that we have operated honestly and with integrity and above reproach.
How do you view growth and development in Harrison?
I live in a rural part of Harrison, and I love it there. I love the open fields and the trees and all of that, but I know that lifestyle is not for everybody. So what I appreciate about this community is the balance. And we did a survey a couple years back to ask people, what do they want out of this community? And a lot of people said they want just that. They want the balance between rural and urban. And I think that we have achieved that. We recently finished a 10-year comprehensive plan that kind of put a little bit of a stall on building residences, more focused on building businesses, which is going to help stabilize the tax base. But it's just all about the balance. And I think we have a community where you can play in the country and shop in the city and work in the city, in our more urbanized areas. So it's the balance.
Great answer. Why is resident participation important in local government?
This one I can't emphasize enough. We have 7 trustees on our board, and we have a community of about 15,000 people. And there is no way that I believe that I can represent people unless I know what they want. And I can't talk to enough people during the weeks and the months to know exactly what everybody wants. So if you tell us, we know, we can vote and act accordingly. And you can do that by attending meetings. You can fill out surveys when we send them to you. Subscribe to the local Village of Harrison Facebook page, where you will get the facts straight from the administration on what's going on. We have websites where you can provide public input on different things, so please be involved. You can run for office too. We have an election every April, and it would be wonderful to have new faces on the board. We have a couple, and it would be great to keep adding more.
Last question, what gives you optimism about Harrison's future?
Probably about 4 things. First thing is we have a wonderful Department of Public Works. They keep our parks and our roads and clean, shoveled, grass cut improvements. They're fantastic. We have a wonderful, safe community thanks to the Calumet County Sheriff's Department and their employees. We have a wonderful volunteer fire department, which down the road we're putting up a very expensive but much needed new fire station. And the last thing would be the village administration. This guy right here is an absolute treasure to have. He has done a phenomenal job of leading our village in the right direction, just a wealth of knowledge. So trustees will come and go, but I hope this guy stays for life because he has just been a gem to have in our community.
Well, thank you. So that wraps up another series of Serving Harrison with Trustee Baldwin, and we thank you for your time.